Amaranth. These are general messages for the collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter placements. Let's get into it. So the first card you have, Aries, is the Nine of Pentacles. And it's in the reverse for you. This is Minor Arcana. Pentacles is Earth element. Now, in the reverse means that the Nine of Pentacles energy is still available to you. It's just held back a little bit. So I do feel, Aries, this is about your independence, that you are rebuilding. Like, you know, when people meet you, you might appear a certain type of way. You might, you know, look that you're successful, you got this going, this, that, and the third. But I feel from within, you are trying to rebuild your own worth, like who you are from the inner core. This is not about ego. You're like keeping ego to the bay, and you are doing things that bring peace in your inner world. All your actions, all your actions in terms of spending money, specifically because this is a Pentacles card. So, are you spending on the right things? I feel that you're in a cut out excess mode. You're kind of, you know, putting your energy into things, actions, people, places, activities, jobs, day-to-day routines, and things that really add value to your life, that nourish your heart, body, mind, and soul. So each of your action is aligned with that. I also feel that, you know, you have the higher perspective of things, Aries. And I feel that you're aligning yourself with that. Some of you might also be in the energy of refining things, because this is the energy of Venus being in Virgo. So heavy refinement, whether it's the job you do, whether it's the way you carry yourself, you are refining yourself. The only caveat with this Nine of Pentacles in the reverse is, you know, to not get into any kind of situation where you have to argue with people, you know, because sometimes ego gets in the way and it creates uncomfortable situations. So that's the only caution with this Nine of Pentacles, is to avoid any kind of argumentative situations. I also feel that you're not about proving things, you know, you're not buying things, luxury items and things like that, just to prove that you're this, that, and the third. I feel that, you know, the Nine of Pentacles, it relates to quiet wealth, you know, and that's true about quiet wealth, that it grows faster than loud ego. Now, this is also a good time to upgrade yourself, upskill yourself. Some of you might be looking for homes. You might be just researching up on the homes as well. Some of you, if you have a business or it's your own brand, if you are a public person, media person, you're rebranding yourself in some way. Maybe the way you do things, maybe what you stand for, your belief system, and all of that, you might be rebranding either your products or yourself. And I also feel that you're in a very disciplined mode when it comes to finances, so you're not over splurging. Now, this is also an energy of simplifying things, simplifying your life, your routine, not over-indulging in anything. You might be clearing things away from your closet and, you know, kind of donating things that are not really needed. A lot of sprinkling energy with this. Now, I also feel that there might be something that you're waiting on, you know, some kind of a stagnant situation that needs to move forward. And I feel that in the next few days, you will get some kind of an armor and some kind of forward momentum, some kind of a breakthrough that will allow you to shift this energy into the upright. Further on, it says, root deep, rise light. True luxury is in inner freedom. The next card you have, Aries, is the Wolf Moon. And further, it says, I will watch over you. Number one here, the number one is coming through strong with this energy. Now, Wolf Moon is all about protection, you know, protecting ourselves, protecting our inner world, our emotions, our house, and our maybe assets, all of that, you know, protection of ourselves for peace, for good health, for you know, for survival and things like that. So I feel that, you know, with the moon energy out here, there is a wolf moon in the background. This is also about, it says here further, I will watch over you. So yeah, there is like divine protection, your angels, your divine universal energies are on your side. They're protecting you. They're watching over you. This is also ancestral energy that's also watching. I feel this card is encouraging you to stay strong, have that inner courage, to be predictive of your mind, body, spirit, also predict your energy, your time, where you invest into, where you live, your home, love your homes. Some of you might be into kind of constructing some kind of walls in your around your house, fences or cameras or something like that, for protection of the house. Um, with the moon energy, it's all about paying attention to your gut instincts, to your emotions, even protecting your emotions, because moon rules moon rules our inner world, our memory, it rules our mind. The moon rules over mind. So protecting all of that, to not be sensitive enough to allow your emotions to get the better of you. Now, wolf spirit is very loyal spirit, a very pack spirit. So staying with your team, with your people, with your community, your friends, your family. Some of you might be coming together, meeting people and things like that. This is also asking you to not be reactive. Like, don't react to things, maybe triggers, maybe rumors and things like that. If you're mad at something, just wait it out, just calm yourself down. Focus on the breath work and release that, cool yourself off. Further on, it says, not every howl needs a reply. So yeah, so don't be mad. Don't respond to texts in the same tone as you receive them. And will Japak, I feel that you're connected with the community in some way. It's like, those groups that are available, the support groups, the safety groups, the circles, mental health circles, community circles, and things like that. I feel that you might be part of something like that as well. Now, this is also about community protection, whether it's in the neighborhood where you live. You might be choosing different kind of neighborhoods where there's a lot of maybe gated communities, or, where there's a lot of breeds and things like that. But it also comes up, some of you might be in the defense, or security of some kind, where you're doing neighborhood watches. You're in the defense or security, your police or something like that. Some of you could be into that as well, or some of you could be training up for that as well, like, getting some classes for self-defense and things like that. But it's a good time, to stay safe, to stay protected. This is also working on, there's loyalty out here. So I feel that if, you're focused on that pack energy, like staying with your family, being loyal to them, your friends, your connections, your office, if you're working your team loyalty, if you're part of a sports team, then sports team loyalty and things like that. So you're working as a good team player. Yeah, over here it says, sleep with moonlight near your window, write dreams for guidance. The pack walks with you, lead with instinct, not fear. And the last card for today, Aries, you have is a message from the cosmos, and it says, trust the process. Everything is as it should be, even though it might seem that everything is going wrong. Live life with an open heart. Don't resist, but thank each experience that guides you on your way. The road might be bumpy, but don't give up and don't lose faith. Yeah, inner courage, staying strong, knowing that every situation that is not easy to deal with is something that helps us evolve and grow. So trust the process that situations are sent to you so that you can work with them, find solutions to grow and evolve. So Aries, those were your messages. If you enjoyed the content, consider subscribing to the channel, hit the like and share it with fellow Aries. Now moving on to the sign of Taurus. The first card you have, Taurus, is the Six of Cups. But it's in the reverse for you. This is water element. Now, in the upright Six of Cups is about reconnecting with the past, nostalgia, connecting with people that you lost touch with. Here, it's in the reverse for you. So I feel that Taurus. Sorry about that noise. So the Six of Cups in the reverse for you, Taurus. This is about, detoxing, your inner world transformation, the EQ, the maturity, the emotional maturity. I feel that Taurus, you are, releasing all outdated, outmoded emotional habits, the way you react, the way you respond. I also feel that you are no longer about, staying in that cocoon, that safe zone, that comfort zone. You're kind of releasing those attachments to um, familiar things, familiar places, comfort zones. So you might be meeting newer people, might be out there doing new things, uh, building new networks. Um, you're no longer stuck in the familiarity or the safe and the familiar places. You want, I feel that you're moving towards you're moving towards a more, I would say, mature, emotionally more stable um, kind of energy where, yeah, you're more about, living in the here and now, clearing the old emotions, any kind of residues, any kind of grudges. This is like, knowing now, having that emotional intelligence, having healthier emotional investments. This is the energy of the Sun and Scorpio. And Sun and Scorpio will transform our inner world, our emotional patterns, the way we react, the way we respond. So I do feel that you are in that mode of clearing away the heaviness, the baggage, the emotional baggage, the emotional stagnation that comes with nostalgia and, fantasizing the past and things like that. So you might be, like I said, moving to newer pastures, new people, new neighborhoods, new cities, building new relationships, connections, networks. And I feel that you're not, about, I feel that you're not just kind of, even when it comes to your lifestyle, you're not all about nostalgia or looking to the things of the past. You're kind of overcome that. You're investing into things that will add value to you, um, I feel that you're moving away from the comfort areas. So you might be in a growth mindset where you're out there, out and about doing things or something like that. Um, yeah, and I also feel that you're not over splurging, overspending to, you're not comfort shopping. I would say the comfort spending or sentimental spending. I think that's the term is being used these days. But yeah, I feel that you're not just splurging or sentimental spending on items um, for comfort, like comfort. There is no level to a comfort, but I feel that you're not over splurging for comfort as well. And I feel that, when you're at, even if you're online shopping, I feel that once you add the items to shopping carts, you're not buying all of it. You're kind of reassessing which one do I really, really need. And that's the items that you're buying. Similarly, when you go outside, you kind of reevaluating, do I really need this? And that's the item that you're buying. So I feel that there is some kind of upgrading of older system, older values. This could be the cities, the neighborhoods that are updating the older laws, older policies around you, some kind of a restructuring. This could be restructuring of the neighborhood, or in your company is getting restructured. If you're having a business, maybe you're restructuring that, or if you have a family business, you could be restructuring that. Um, yeah, something like that. And there is also kind of maybe finance also. You kind of restructuring the way you do finances. Maybe even your house. Maybe you're decluttering your house. This energy is good for that as well. Even I feel that you're cutting away the older. Maybe it could be uh, the older patterns or the way you did things in the past. You could be, kind of changing that up too. Yeah, so I do feel that you're trying to declutter your inner world, like emotions, not holding too much grudges, just forgiving and letting go. Um, you're not about, I do feel that there's a lot of intentional living out here. Some of you could be, using water rituals. Also, you might be into water rituals of some kind because, water is used for cleansing species and emotions and all that. So some of you might be using that salt baths to release any kind of pent up emotions or any kind of nostalgic. We all have those nostalgia, those memory fields that build around us. You might be releasing that as well, flashing off the older energy. Some of you might be drinking more water or, even drinking warm water kind of flashes out the older energy. But it's about releasing the past gently, slowly but surely, making space for the richer things to come. Richer roots, I would say, richer richness, not in terms of just wealth, but richness in terms of the connections, richness in terms of the way you lead your life. So you're making space for that. Next, you have Taurus is the card number 22. This is master number. You could be seeing this around you. It says butterflies in bloom. Further, it says after sadness, happiness and hope return. Yeah, exactly. Now, here we have this glass butterflies. Butterflies in general stand for changes, transformations. These are glass butterflies. So the transformation is gentle. It's all about, butterflies are symbolic of rebirth, of, um, freedom, of, yeah, I feeling light. Feeling light, I would say. Butterflies are symbolic of feeling light. So, and then if you see the process of forming a butterfly, it requires a lot of pain and patience, it's that pain, that endurance. So I feel that's what's happening out here. And when the butterfly is formed, it's, free, happy, moving around here and there. The process is difficult, and I feel that that's what the process that you went through, So I feel that um, the butterfly wings on this girl is indicative that she's ready to fly. It's like about feeling light enough that you can fly. Butterflies also are symbolic of positivity, of a change, good changes, of love, of care, and all of that. And this is also transformation. We saw the sun in Scorpio, the Six of Cups. There is changes in your inner world. So I feel that there is positivity returning. There is hope. Um, I feel that you might be either talking a lot, you might be conversing a lot. Yeah, I feel that you might be even having some plans to go out with your friends and things like that. Further down, it says healing grows faster in sunlight and laughter. Now, this is also a good energy to, choose things, activities, professions, your lifestyle to feel good. It's like to move, choosing things, doing things that bring you happiness, joy, a lightheartedness. So some of you could be making those shifts as well. This is also part of taking care of your own self, whether it's through, exercising or, any kind of self-care, eating right, drinking right, walking, gardening, you know, uh, whatever floats your boat. Some of you could be into interior decoration as well, like, doing up the interior, spinning walls and things like that. Um, yeah, so I do feel that there is like, turning of the gloomy things into brighter things. So maybe you're DIYing, turning gloomy spaces into brighter spaces where you are choosing brighter colors, maybe spending more time in the sunlight. Um, you're ready to connect with people, emotionally open, and yeah, you might be just doing things to, set the right tone, set the right mood, elevate your spirit, keep the hope up. Um, Yeah, some of you might be into like candlelight dinners or something like that. And it's good, like having candles, these beautiful scented candles, while some say it's, keep it in moderation. But yeah, that kind of sets the tone for a brighter evening to some of you into that as well. Because candle, kind of bring in the renewed spirit and energy. So some of you might be into that as well. Further, it says, even in shadow, your wings are growing. And the last card for today, Taurus, you have is a message from the cosmos, and it says, life is at your service. You're worthy of everything you desire. Give life permission to create through you and become visible through your dreams. So Taurus, those were your messages. If you enjoyed the content, consider subscribing to the channel, hit the like and share it with fellow Taurians. Now moving on to the sign of Gemini. So the first card you have, Gemini, is the Knight of Cups, and this is the water element. It's in the reverse for you. Now, again, this is not about wearing your heart on your sleeves. It's the emotions, it's the EQ, it's the emotional maturity, where you're becoming real with yourself. You know really what you want. You're not in the dreamy, fantasizing energy. I feel that you're very honest with yourself. You're honestly feeling your feels. You're not chasing any dreams or fantasies. Um, yeah, so I do feel this is a huge upgrade to emotional intelligence, where the Knight of Cups is the energy of the fire of water. So passionate energy, your passion driving your emotions. But here in the reverse for you, it means that all that passion is stirring on the inside. So you're not only emotionally mature, but you're also first looking after yourself. So yeah, the I had the energy with this more comes about as don't say things that you're not ready to deliver, or don't what did it say? Don't sell dreams that you're not ready to deliver. So I do feel that you're breaking away from all of that. Now, some of you could be, kind of redefining the people that you connect with. And even if you're connected or you're partnered up, you're redefining how you do relations. Those standards that you want. Um, the healthy conversations that you want, balancing your mind, body, spirit, and soul, staying balanced in every way. So there is a redefining element out here. There is, very Bridgerton vibes. For those of you who have seen that show, it's a beautiful show. So very Bridgerton vibes, where you want to be like, fully present before you go out there and partner up. You want to be fully emotionally present, physically present, spiritually present in relationships. It's not like you're physically here but mentally somewhere else. That's not the energy of this. I also feel that, you're taking the time to get your good rest, um, not responding emotionally, like not emotionally charged or doing anything with high emotions, whether it's reacting, responding to people, or, like choosing homes or impulsive buying or impulsive shopping, all of that. I think you're keeping that to the B for now. You're being very logical with your moves. Um, you're not in the mood for any kind of drama at this point in time. So I feel that you're connecting with people that vibe with you, at that honest level. That are less chaotic emotionally. You want to have more honest and clear conversations so that there's no misunderstandings and things like that. So yeah, it's like kind of leveling up energy, less kind of, dreamy, princey vibes, less of that. So you're leveling up in some way. Below it says, when the heart is clear, love flows correctly. The next card you have, Gemini, is the Dragon Ling Garden, and it further says, a new world is born. Number 45. So 4, 5, and 9 are strong with this energy. If you look at this garden, there's a lot of rabbits. There is new born dragons. Dragons are symbols of power, new startups, new ventures, new hobbies, new lifestyle, new way of being. This is also redefining yourself, like an identity change, an identity shift. So I do feel that something is starting out here. Maybe something is starting small. Maybe it's a project, maybe it's a side hustle, side gig, or something like that. And it's going to grow. It's going to become really good, and it's going to serve you well. Whatever ideas you have, whatever you are starting, make sure that you have a structure to it and it's not scattered. Dragons are also good luck and fortune, a lot of prosperity. So whatever you are starting, something small, could be hobby, passion project, side gig, even a mainstream job you could be starting off after upskilling or joining a new course. You could be shifting career, starting from scratch. Whatever this is, you're starting small, but it's going to become really big. It's going to grow into something really big and powerful. Some of you might be training for some sports or some teams. But these are new starts, new beginnings, newer routines, newer ways of doing things. Either you're, something creative, something different. Maybe you look different. Maybe you dress different. Maybe you network with people that are a little bit different from the ones that you did in the past. Um, yeah, you could be redoing things, redecorating, maybe changing up things with DIY. But it's a good energy. It's a powerful energy, forward moving, hopeful. Um, and with you, your thought house energy, you're ruled by Mercury. So it's all about talks, communication, meeting new ways of talking. Um, but new ideas, pressure perspectives. Yeah, I also feel that something really new that you're being or starting out, it's going to become really prosperous for you, Geminis. Further, it says, guard your beginnings, they carry your future magic. And the last card for today, Gemini, you have is a message from Cosmos, and it says, you don't need to explain or justify what you know to be true in your heart. This is your life, your journey. Enjoy every fabulous moment. Yeah, it's just that now you don't feel the need to explain or justify yourself. So it's in one way, it's a new way of being. It's a new start. I feel this could be a new start. So Gemini, those were your messages. If you enjoyed the content, consider subscribing to the channel. Hit the like and share this with fellow Geminis. And now moving on to the sign of Cancer. So the first card you have, Cancerians, is the Two of Cups. This is Minor Arcana, and this is the water element. Now, if you see, there are two people in this picture. There's golden cups, there is fishes. Fishes stand for growth, prosperity, harmony. There's golden chalices. There is contracts. These are soul contracts or professional contracts. I feel that you might be, connecting with people, deepening relationships. These are partnerships, new alliances, new partnerships, meaningful connections. This is, but the thing is that it's, there are a lot of roots in this, a lot of trees, roots, so earthy energy. It's, I would say, grounding these emotions, it's not from, like just partnering up because you don't want to be lonely. It's not an energy of being needy. It's the energy of being rooted in your emotions, choosing to partner up, coming from a wiser place, coming from a strong emotional, strong EQ, strong emotional, grounded emotions. So that's the good energy about this, because it creates like harmony, creates equality, creates balance in both the people, in the give and take. So a very good, there's a heart over here which is hanging from the tree. So these are positive connections. There is harmony. I feel that, there is equal commitment. There is equal give and take. Like when you come in partnerships, when you co-create, when you co-living situations, then you're kind of distributing the chores. You are being very intentional with your talk. This can also be, healing and reconnecting with people that you were not able to talk because of misunderstandings and things like that. This can also be partnerships on the business trend or in your side gig, whatever side hustle you might be partnering up with people. but it's a collaborative effort. It's coming together. It's teamwork. It's emotional support. It's emotional openness, also open-heartedness. These are, working to, putting in the efforts to make things work. Um, yeah, so I do feel that you're appreciative of each other, respectful of each other, very empathic, deep-rooted connections, soul connections. Um, Further, it says, mirror your partner's emotions before responding. It strengthens the bonds. When hearts align, the universe conspires to bless the union. The next card you have, Cancerians, is a beautiful little worm, and it says, take care of yourself. Number 17. So 1, 7, and 8 are coming through strong with this energy. Now, worm. There is a worm that this Alice is holding tightly. And she's resting on a flower, this worm and herself. They're sitting on a rose flower right in the middle of it. Butterfly wings, so there is transformation. And worms are also, I would say, a transformative energy. This is also about slow growth. Worms move really slowly. They also regenerate themselves, they can regenerate the limbs. So it's about renewals. Also, taking things slow, or taking periodic breaks, pacing yourself out, grounding your energy. A worm is a very earthy energy. They are, they actually purified the earth. And I would say purifying the earth is like I would say grounding energy with this. So ground your emotions, ground your, also I'm picking up nervous system. So ground your nerves. Don't be anxious over anything. Also prioritize your care, your nourishment, your recovery if you're recovering from any kind of a health issue. Um, but this sense like taking care of yourself, um, and not depleting your reserves. So don't bend over backwards is all I would say, because you cannot pour from an empty cup. So you got to fill your own cup. You got to, exercise, eat well, drink well, stay hydrated. Some of you, this is a good time for, skincare. I would say skincare is like, should be an all-round thing, all year round thing. Um, so some of you could be getting into that or more, looking into skincare routines or detoxing routines or some kind of meditation practices. Some of you might be, into cooking. Maybe you're growing your own produce. You're cooking more at home. You're relaxing more. You are appearing more recharged. Some of you might be into comfortable decor, comfortable living, comfortable wear, fashion, all of that, you're not pushing yourself too far when it comes to dressing up. Some of you might be creating some sacred and relaxation wellness areas in your house or in your office space. There is also one ritual that I had heard of. Like if you put your hand on your heart for like 60 seconds, or up to 1 to 2 minutes, or even 1 minute 60 seconds, it helps you to stay balanced. It creates that emotional balance. So some of you can try that as well, and let me know if that works for you. But with this energy, it's about not taking on too much that leaves you exhausted and depleted, emotionally, physically, spiritually, mentally. It's like yearning to say no to things that you cannot do, whether today or never. So yeah, you need to be very mindful of where you invest your time and energy and emotions into, because Cancerians, you are 4th house energy, the house of family, and there's always that overgiving energy with the collective Cancerians. So you need to be mindful of your own, your own alignment, your own buy-in, care for yourself as well. It further says your future strength is growing quietly. And the last card for today, Cancerians, you have is a message from Cosmos, and it says, let bygones be bygones. The future can be very different from your past. Give life the opportunity to offer new experiences to you. Don't let your beliefs from your past stand in the way of a bright future. Yeah, you have the 2 of Cups energy as the opening card for you, Cancerians. That's all about, detoxing emotional, leaving behind the emotions, heavy emotions, baggage, dropping it all off, reconciling, healing your self, your relations, forgiving things, and people and situations, and knowing that it happened for our own evolution and growth. So I feel that there is a transformation here that's happening with the butterfly and the worm. Things are changing slowly but surely. So Cancerians, those were your messages. If you enjoyed the content, consider subscribing to the channel, hit the like, and share this with fellow Cancerians. Now moving on to the sign of Leo. The first card you have, Leo, is the Ten of Pentacles, but it's in the reverse for you. This is Minor Arcana Pentacles Birth energy. So the energy is available to you. It's just a little bit reversed right now. I feel that this is an opportunity that you're taking, Leo, right now to redefine your wealth or success. Ten of Pentacles is all about success. And I feel that success is different for each one of us, whether for some it's the health, for some it's participating in a marathon, for some it's assets, for some it's just peace of mind and the luxury to take it easy all day, to have a relaxed schedule. So luxury is going to, and success is going to differ for each one of us. And I feel that you are redefining that, like what exactly is success for you. I feel that it's not just about the money or hoarding of the assets or collecting things or emotional spending or investing too much in, items that are depreciating in value, or just about the status and buying things for status and things like that. I feel that you're being more smart with your finances. I do feel that, you're either planning something around how you want to spend your budgets, how you will create the stability. You have a practical plan, it sounds like emotions are not attached to spending. So some of you might be going minimalistic, downsizing, clearing off the clutter. And that's good in one way because it clears off the stagnant energy and it gets the energy flowing in a good way. Some of you could be into that as well. They say quiet wealth beats loud debt. And that's what I feel is the energy of this card. Like you're not doing things or buying things or, overdoing things just for status or to impress other people. You're doing it because you're kind of very going a little bit on the downsizing, and buying things with proper intentions. So I do feel that now this can be also that, if you see the image, there are points, the golden coins that are scattered all over the place. So some of you could be, and since this is about like kind of a generational wealth, family businesses, some of you could be taking to independent professions and not being part of the family business. This can also be like, I feel that you're just reducing, unnecessary expenses. Um, yeah, and you're not all about generational wealth or, yeah, you probably want to like invest slowly, build stronger foundations, and not just spend for the sake of spending or for therapy. Further on, it says your true legacy begins with conscious choices today. The next card you have, Leo, is the Delicate Fairy and her ferrets. And it further says change is natural good. And yes, it can hurt. So number 24, 2, 4, and 6 are the other numbers coming through strongly with this. So yeah, change is here. We saw that with the Ten of Pentacles in the reverse, so things are changing. And I feel that for Leo, you're becoming stronger with those changes. It's not about shedding ego skins or anything like that. I feel it's just about being flexible and adapting well to change, because they're ferrets here. Ferrets are very adaptable. Ferrets are very curious. So learning and adapting, finding new ways. And I feel that, there is a lot of growth energy. So you are growing, whether it's spiritual growth, physical growth in the material world, could be in the material world as well, could be in the spirituality as well. But growth is uncomfortable. It pushes us out of our comfort zones, So growth definitely wears uncomfortable shoes. And I feel that you might be either changing up jobs, careers, or teams, something, or maybe your lifestyle's changing. Maybe you have to learn something new. Learning a new skill is not easy. It's a lot of work. Or some of you, you could be, changing up your own personality, your lifestyle, your own image. So some of you could be into that as well. Or just changing up the home decor, your wardrobe, the way you dress, the way you talk, and things like that could be changing as well. There's something new, maybe some new needs have come up, and you are adapting to that. You're reinventing to accommodate those new changes. For example, like if now for example, you are a family of two and you're growing now, you're now a family of three. So instead of selling the house, buying a bigger one, you're kind of restructuring the furniture in that small house so that you're able to make space for the new baby or for a new pet or something like that. It's like not just growing or just selling and buying and selling and buying. It's like you're trying to reinvent the same space to accommodate for newer changes. Um, or some of you could be trying out different different ways of cooking, or different, maybe you have different wardrobe, different hairstyles. Maybe you're experimenting with your looks and trying new things. But I feel that there is more openness to change, to shift, to adapt. You're not being stubborn. And I feel that, as I say, when we put our mind to it and we try, I feel like put your mind to one simple one change that you want to make, and try it like 1%, 10%, slowly but surely in a month or two, you will get there with that change, depending on how big or small it is. And once that changes, then, something else will shift. It's like a domino effect happens. And then at the end of it, you probably transform and be, a completely different person than you were like a year ago or a few months ago or something like that. So it's a slow evolution, and you're keeping it slow and gentle, and that's the way to go. Because I feel that, suddenly if we just change and stop doing things, it becomes very difficult for us to keep up with that new change. So one small change at a time, 1%, 10%, and things like that, do it in small portions, bring about the change in small portions. Now, further down it says, your globe grows brighter with every change. And the last part for today, you have is a message from Cosmos, and it says, if you could create anything you wanted, what would it be? Journal or sketch your creations on paper. Start to believe you have limitless possibilities to create in this world. So, Leos, those were your messages. If you enjoyed the content, consider subscribing to the channel, hit the like, and share this with fellow Leos. Now, moving on to the sign of Virgo. So the first card you have, Virgo, is the Three of Wands. This is Sun in Aries energy, and this is all about new beginnings, bright new beginnings. This is growth, this is expansion. Look at the person. She's here, walked up to the end of the bridge. Might be a bridge under construction. There's a cat out there. Cat is for magic, for trusting your intuition. This is for future vision. This is new pathways, new doorways opening for you. This is where you have planned, you have put in the work, and now you're seeing the growth, you're seeing the progress, or you will see it very soon. So I do feel that you are very much aligned with what you want. Your actions are very intentional, very planned. And this could be growth in your finances, in your career sector. It could be in your business. Um, you know, so it's the time. It's the time now. So I feel that you are pushing forward. There is momentum. This is not the energy to procrastinate or overthink things. So if you have a plan, it's like go for it. Next week's next step. Send out that email, that resume, apply for the position and things like that. Don't wait for it. There's nothing God is the perfect timing. I feel perfect timing is just brief timing whenever you are ready. Or whenever you're ready with whatever you have, go for it. So some of you might be expanding to other, other countries internationally across the globe, because it's a very outward moving energy. So some of you could be also relocating, maybe moving to new neighborhoods, or you could be moving in your career itself. You might be growing in the company. This could be your finances growing as well. You might be taking the steps to improve your investments or finances, or you might be upskilling yourself. This could be growth in your own personality and personal development. You could be taking new courses, trying new skills, but a lot of forward momentum, so you might be busy, making those goals, making networking with people, planning and all of that. And I feel that, yeah, you will see the rewards coming in. It's like the ships coming in here. It's like the rewards coming in. So things are shaping up for you. And the thing is that to keep this momentum going for expansion, wherever you want to go, like whatever success you want to see for yourself, start visualizing that. Especially like before you go to bed, visualize where you want to go. Because, somehow when we visualize those things, our subconscious, our thoughts, everything aligns with that success image, and it happens sooner than later. So what you visualize and you stick with it, that subconscious will align your actions with that end goal. Now further, it says your horizon is widening. Step forward with faith and focus. The next card you have, Virgos, is the Orca Magic. And it further says the Akashic Library is open. Number 43. So 4, 3, and 7 are coming through strongly with this energy. And the background, there is whales and dolphins and orcas. And she's holding a globe with a whale in it. Yeah, whales are all like, record keepers, I would say, of. Or they're known to be very wise. They've been around for thousands and thousands of years. And they've managed to survive. So they're known to have that earthy wisdom, how to survive on this earth. I do feel that you are tapping into some kind of that higher wisdom or ancient wisdom, maybe, some lessons that your soul has learned. In the past lives, you might be tapping into that, or some kind of thoughts might be coming to you from that space, from the subconscious space, or from some kind of downloads, some aha moments, some spiritual downloads, some insights, or you're having the, clarity, you're connecting the dots. So I do feel, and Virgo 6,000 energy is all about attention to detail, practical steps, solving problems, and I feel that you are in that energy. You might be, I feel that you are reading things or researching things that actually you can apply in your life, that actually um, add value, that make you wiser. Um, yeah, so it's a lot of like forward movement with the Three of Wands. There's a lot of breakthroughs out here waiting for you, Virgos. I feel that you might end up discovering something or finding something. Maybe some truth comes to surface. Maybe some idea comes to surface. Maybe it's a breakthrough. Maybe it's a discovery. Who knows? Something along that line, something that you have not known before. This is also about, maybe you're learning new things, studying deeply, maybe a lot of research you have to do on a certain subject. Maybe you're preparing some sheets and papers for presentation, but a lot of investigating energy. Like before you put your time and energy into anything, you're doing the homework, you're doing the groundwork, you're analyzing things. Very typical of Virgo collective energy. So I do feel that some of you might be getting like aha moments, or suddenly, you're able to understand things or understand a certain situation. You might be documenting a lot. Some of you might be even journaling a lot, and it's always a good idea. Like somehow, when we write things down, it becomes more clearer to us, and the clarity comes sooner. Some of you might be learning of newer languages because of orcas and whales. They have like their unique sound waves that they communicate with. When I'm studying up, reading more about orcas and whales, it's like they have unique codes of communication. Something which is very ancient, something which is from the thousands of years ago when they came on this planet. So it's like related to ancient something. So you might be working on that. Yeah, or maybe this is like a dream space or your goals you're writing down on paper. But there is some kind of cosmic universal energies your angels, that's guiding you forward in a particular direction. Further, it says, trust the wisdom rising within. Your soul remembers the way. And the last card for today, Virgo, you have is a message from Cosmos, and it says, this moment is the foundation for all future moments. Open your mind and receive each moment as a new and exciting possibility. So Virgos, those were your messages. If you enjoyed the content, consider subscribing to the channel, hit the like and share it with fellow Virgos. Now moving on to the sign of Libra. So the first card you have, Libra, for today is the Fool, and this is Major Arcana number 0. So 0 is, I feel, the place where everything begins. And this is what you might be doing as well, starting out new in a certain new area. Maybe it's in your career, maybe it's in the way you do things, maybe it's in the way you commute, your house, your neighborhood, your relationships. And it takes a lot of strength and courage to start again. Especially as we get older, it requires a lot of inner courage, bravery, strength, all of that to start again in a certain way, in a certain company, a certain career. And while the Fool energy for the most part is like, the universe got you and you're moving forward. Here I feel that there is a fox over here that is sitting, right below or right beneath, right on the footstep of this person who's about to just jump off this dragon. So dragon is all about boldness, new beginnings, new starts. Dragon also, there is a fire energy to the dragon. So this is like a beginner's mindset. So you might be learning something, you might be creating something, maybe a hobby, new passion, new business. But the only thing is that just be sure of the finer details, the finer prints before you get into something that you cannot walk out of easily. They say leap with wings, not blindfold. So that's what it is. This person does not have a blindfold. So I would assume that, Libra, you're the air element. So air is all about new ideas and all of that. So I feel that you are taking that forward leap of faith. You're strong enough. You are bold enough to try something new. Just be aware of the fine print. And the people that you partner with, you need to be careful of that as well. So I do feel that some kind of business deals here, some entrepreneurship, some of you could be into that. Some of you could be shifting up your careers or cities, even your homes. I feel that some of you might be even leaving a job where, it's comfortable, but you're not happy. So some of you might be taking bolder steps in that area as well. The vibe, then they say new year, new me. It's the energy that's coming through here with this card. It's a beautiful picture of the pool. Some of you might be, maybe you are starting newer careers, or you're even, I feel, buying new home. Some of you could be taking the first step towards buying a new home, and of course it's nerve-wracking. Or you might be starting out as a family, some upgrade in your personal or social life, and that might be a little overwhelming, but you're open to it. You're open to new ideas, meaning new people, new plans, new foods, new countries, new ways of being. Some of you could be still and travel nomads even. You're open to taking calculated risks, I feel, and that's a good thing. That's the young-hearted, optimistic energy about the Fool, where you are, you're curious what's next, what's going to happen next. So, but that as well, have a plan B as well, a backup, like what if things fail, what if you fall flat on your face. So you need to have that backup, that support, to go back to something, whether it's your business, career, finances, friends, family, whatever that is, have a backup thing ready for you. So I feel that you're trying new things, whether it's a say yes to one unfamiliar opportunity. Trust the step you can't see yet. The magic is waiting below. The next card you have, Libra, is number 15, and it says your imaginary friend, childhood treasures resurface. This cute little dragon, there's a butterfly too, so this entire theme is full of cute small dragons, like very youthful energy. childhood days, nostalgia of the past, thinking about the past, maybe there's butterfly, but there's changes, you know. It's like they say, play but pay the bills. So yeah, it's good to visit the old past people, neighborhoods, cities, countries, you know, where you belong, where you grew up, your roots that keeps calling at us. Yeah, it's good to visit, but it's, you know, we need to not kind of fantasize the past too much. Yeah, it's, you know, it's good to you know, enjoy that phase. Yeah, we went through so much, and now we are here in the here and now, in today, in the present. But we gotta do what we gotta do and move forward as well. So I feel that some of you might be thinking about what you did in the past, your hobbies, your place of being, the games you played, the toys you had. Some of you might be having these dragon boys also, might be interested in that. You might have some posters of these around you, so you might be looking at that as well. Um, and nothing wrong, you know. Even adults, they'll buy toys, you know, for stress relief. It's not, the stress relief toys out there for adults as well. So some of you might be into that as well, but a lot of retro whites, like the old school, like old, maybe you listen to old games or old music, or playing old games or old movies, connecting with older people, something like that. Or this could even be like, you know, when the imaginary friend, it could be that you're just having, like, you know, funny conversations, like, you know, when we play imaginary friend, like in my childhood days, I did. So some of you could be seeing your kids do that, you know, what you did in your childhood days, or you could be joining them as well. But, you know, as a youthful energy, you know, beginner's mind, it's all about curiosity, learning new things, absorbing things fast, you know, taking calculated risks and all of that. So I do feel you're in that energy. Some of you might be revisiting older hobbies. You maybe want to, you know, take it up a notch, level up in that, make a business out of it. Some of you might be taking, you know, that up as well. This can also be like connecting with your older friends that you grew up with, maybe in your school, college, neighborhood. Some of you could be connecting with that as well. But there is some kind of creativity, you know, using the child mindset, being curious, being just creating, you know, like the child's create effortlessly. Their creativity just flows. They don't have to plan too much. So some of you could be into that as well. Um, you could also be like, you know, maybe into creatives, like creative hobbies, music, dance, singing, and all of that. Some of you could be going back to that or renewing that as well. Or, you know, if, like, for example, if you are interested in arts, maybe you have a corner in a room you want to create it or make it or turn it into a art studio. Some of you could be making space in your home as well for your hobbies or creative arts and things like that. Further on, it says your inner child holds the map to your next joy. Yeah, so it's all about connecting with your youthful spirit, your young spirit, your risk taking, your excitement, the passion, and all of that. And the last card for today, Libra, you have is a message from Cosmos, and it says, it takes courage to pursue your dreams. It takes courage to be who you are. To do what feels right, it takes courage. To face the fears that have the power to hold you back. Be brave and the world will be yours. Exactly, the full energy. You are having that courage, that strength, that inner curiosity to do things that, you know, align with you, that feel right to you. It could be something, you know, like a dream that you have pursued for long and now you're ready to take the first step. Is it easy? No. And that's why this message is all about facing your fears, understanding where the fears are coming from. Because today there's, like, you know, the support groups, there's funding, there's crowdfunding, there is lots of ways that we can overcome hurdles and challenges. So don't let any of that hold you back, Libra. Be brave and the world will be yours. So Libra, those were your messages. If you enjoyed the content, consider subscribing to the channel. Hit the like and share this with fellow Libras. Now moving on to the sign of Scorpio. The first card you have for today, Scorpio, is a Nine of Swords. Swords is the air suit. Nine is like almost the ending of it. So you might be worried or stressed or anxious about something, Scorpio. You might be overthinking things. But this is the moment where things have to care off. They're leaving your system now. It's like you are facing your fears and you're kind of looking them in the eye, overcoming it, and you're purging all your doubts and anxieties. So it does take time. It takes, sometimes it takes a day or two, sometimes even a week. But I feel that for the most part, you'll be able to get through this like really fast. And once that happens, they used to say like this, especially the situation, if you see like there is this person out here with wings, big, large wings, and there is a swan, and he's looking at the birds that are swirling up in the sky, blackbirds. And in the olden days, in the olden era, it was kind of known that whenever this fear, when we face the fear, when we're overcoming fears, or when fears are surfacing up, right after that, there is a major big spiritual upgrade that's waiting for us. So purging all these fears is, the leveling up in spirituality. So some of you could be in that energy as well. But after you purge it out, I feel that you're going to feel more calmer, more peaceful. Some of you might already be in that space that, you're already in the energy where you want some space, more control on your emotions and how you react. Some of you might be, some of you I feel are just moving away from any kind of drama. You just don't want drama. And, the hack for this is like whatever is bothering you, write that worry, anxiety, questions, doubts, concerns on a paper right before you sleep. And just, you can trust that, shred it, whatever you want to do with the paper, because that's known as the easiest way to clear our subconscious of any fears and anxiety. So try that and let me know if it works for you. So I do feel that, even though you might be feeling like you're unable to sleep or not having a good night's sleep and things like that, very soon you'll be able to understand where the fear is coming from. You'll be able to change the next steps to overcome it, and then you will sleep well, if that's your thing. So, yeah, I do feel that um, this is a lot of detox energy, whether it's detoxing your body, being mindful of what you eat and drink. This can also be spiritual detox. You might be meditation or into some spiritual practices and some kind of therapy. Yeah, I hope it's a retail therapy. But, kind of releasing the emotional baggage, decluttering your home, decluttering your emotions. Um, and, with this energy is of Mars, in Gemini. Mars in Gemini. So it's like, Gemini is like thoughts and ideas so fast. And Mars is a planet that moves really fast. So a lot of mental chatter, clutter, fast moving things from one to the other and things like that. The monkey mind, as they say, is what's coming through with this. So use some spiritual practices to ground your thoughts and emotions. Because, the Mars and Mercury, they both, when they come together, it's about, thinking, overthinking, too much thinking. Um, they make us feel anxious, and you might be feeling that your heartbeat is a little faster, or you're overthinking, and worst case scenario, plan B, plan C, plan D, all of that. Further, it says your mind deserves rest, not reruns. Your fears are fading, clarity rises with the dawn. The next card you have, Scorpio, is number 34, and it says a twist in the tail. Further, it says the unexpected, a change you did not see coming. So, if you see the picture, there is a white, pale person out here, this cute little girl, and there is a white fox. So, foxes are known for smartness, intelligence, cleverness. Um, it's all about, I feel this energy is about sudden changes. Maybe there is some info, some news that you get to hear that you do not expect, maybe some meaning, some changes that are happening. But I feel it's for the better for you, Scorpio. It's like you're being rerouted to a better something. It's going to be different for each of you what that better something is, but I feel it's going to be better for you. And, because there is Mercury in this, there is a lot of fast moving changes, talks, understanding maybe the process is changing, maybe your company is changing, maybe it's merging. But whatever change is happening, it's a good change. It's a smart, intelligent change because there is a white fox in this. So while change is not easy, it throws us out of our comfort zone. It changes our routine sometimes. It's a little bit nerve wracking. So while you adapt to the new change, be mindful that you are, taking it easy, not allowing your emotions to get the better of you. Make sure that you are, thinking things through before you say something or write something. Respond in a way you pause and think how you're going to respond. So for some of you, this could be like your company is merging or selling or buying something, or maybe it is a change in the management, something where change which is going to be for the better. Some of you might be changing companies, or you know, there might be some kind of opportunity that you wanna hop on, you wanna jump on, but you don't want to share that with people. That could be it, because the white fox is also about hidden opportunities. So you might hear from someone there is a job offer and you accept it and nobody knows about it, at least for the first few days or weeks. But yeah, very smart moves, calculated moves, very strategic in your move, in your words, in your actions, in your planning. And of course, with the unexpected twists, they say you plan your day and life laughs. So that's exactly what happened. On the time we could plan, all day long, and then what happens is what the cosmos had decided for us. So some of you, this could be some unexpected, career options, choices. Maybe some unexpected money lands onto you. Maybe you want something. Maybe it's a bid that you want. Maybe it's a real estate deal that you got. What something that will change your schedule. Something that will probably, yeah, might change your schedule even. I feel Scorpio, but just stay open-hearted and open-minded. Go with the flow. Be flexible. Try to adapt, as much as you can. Um, Also, you will probably need to make some decisions like really fast, meaning a few days or a few weeks. Maybe you need to really make a big decision, and it might be sudden. So there's some kind of a shift which is happening. Maybe your future course, your direction is changing. Some kind of a destiny change out here, which is for the better. So be flexible, be adaptable, just like the Fox energy. If there is some, kind of gatherings or invites, business, professional, social, whatever it is, go there, socialize with people, meet new people. Further on, it says the universe writes better plot twists than me do. Trust the turn. And the last card for today, Scorpio, you have is a message from Cosmos, and it says, you cannot force your dreams to come true. Dreams can only be blown into the wind like feathers, after which we need to learn to trust. Do it patient and wait with our hearts open. Every day is a possibility for change. Yeah, it's all changes, So, yeah, we can't force things to happen a certain type of way. We need to release that control. It's always the universe that decides how things should manifest for us, which are in our favor, which are for our highest good. And just knowing that, trusting that whatever happens, however things turn out, the outcome will be surprising, will be way more than you expected, will be way above what you had imagined even. So I feel that whatever desires, wishes you have, yes, you have sent out those messages. Maybe you're saying affirmations, you're letting it into the universe, you're letting the universe know. You have blown over those wishes, those desires, and now the universe is responding back. So just be trusting all of it and be patient, and welcome the changes with an open heart, because it's going to be better for you. So Scorpios, those were your messages. If you enjoyed the content, consider subscribing to the channel, hit the like, and share these messages with fellow Scorpios. Now moving on to the sign of Sagittarius. So the first card you have Sagittarius as the Page of Wands, and this is in the reversed. So fire energy, wands is fire element. I feel that, beige energy is very youthful, learning, experimenting, trying different things. But here I feel that you are redefining something. You're redefining your inspiration, like where you want to invest your time and energy into. So you're trying to slow down your toe. You're trying to analyze, like you're not just dipping your toe in 100 things. You're choosing quality things that you want to invest your time into. And that's a good thing to have, because then it solidifies your vision. You probably have tried everything and now you're deciding which one you want to pick. Maybe it's career choice. You've tried 100 things now. You are like settling down on which one you want to solidify, which one you want to ground, which one you want to manifest. It's related to the solar plexus chakra, this energy. It's the earth of fire. So, Page of Wands, the caveat, the caution of the Page of Wands in the upright is like too much energy, too much passion, too much work, burn out and all of that. Here, and for you, Sagittarius, you're now 9th house energy ruled by Jupiter, which is the power of good luck, expansion, and forward movement. So I feel that, with Mercury out here in picture, you might be feeling like you want to, get into this, do this and that, but maybe you don't have a solid plan, a solid idea. So that's what is needed right now. So you need that structure, you need that, but to pursue it, to pursue your vision, to pursue your dream, you need that structure. Not just, fire without structure is been what is that? The inspiration without structure is something hard to ground and manifest. It's the point where you aim that arrow before you shoot. So some of you might be, changing up a lot of things, reassessing, redoing something, maybe creating plans, redefining things to create that solid foundation for yourself, that is, you've learned whatever you needed to learn, you've experimented. And now you need to ground it. It's like in the Page of Wands in the upright, it's like you have like 20 ideas but zero focus. In the reverse, it's like you have 2 ideas and 100% focus. So some of you might be just be very, selective as to where you want to invest your time and energy. You're not being too impulsive or taking on too much. Fire in the olden days was, there's like some fire rituals that were done in the olden days to purify the intention so that the energy is focused and directed, well directed. So I feel that, for this energy, what you need to do is just write your goals down, whatever you have, 1 or 2. Don't take it too much far. Don't stretch yourself too much beyond 2 goals. Something that you can handle easily in the day. And then, don't get swayed away by that. Don't get distracted. So you need to keep those distractions at bay, whether it's from your phone or whether it's through something else, whatever distractions you have, you need to keep that to the side, and then you need to stay focused on your goals. So the Page of Wands doesn't mean that you don't have that spark or desire or passion to move forward. It's just that you are trying to tame that flame and, create something meaningful. So you're trying to manifest something out of this. It's being shaped into reality. The next card, your Sagittarius, is number 11, and it says, Alice in a Sea of Tears. Further, it says, cast away out of your depth, feeling abandoned. So I feel, Sagittarius, this is more about releasing those emotions, the setbacks that you have encountered in the past. You might have gone through a tumultuous time, emotionally, turmoil, but I feel that now you're letting that go. You're releasing it. This sea of tears is actually the rough waters that you have sailed through. And, when we feel a certain type of, when we've been hurt, when we deal with setbacks, yes, it demotivates us, our motivation, our energy, our mood is at an all-time low when we deal with difficult situations. But I feel that you're swimming to the shore, you're almost there. You see the waves are retreating back, so you're almost touching the shore of it. So I feel that you are moving on from that turmoil. You've learned a lot, you've grown wiser, and yes, handling, the situation after it settles down, after the storm's gone, it takes some time for things to settle down. So I feel that you've learned a lot, and you don't want to repeat whatever got you into that situation. And there's a rat out here. The rat is all about, lightheartedness, also compartmentalizing. So leave that away, just put it into a compartment of the past. And there's a crab out here too for protection, for a shell. So protect your emotions, your energy, your time, you're almost there at the shore. So all the roughness, the rough waters are all going to be behind you very, very soon. But the thing is that now you have grown, what me, way much more wiser. You have grown emotionally stronger. Um, so now you are not going to put yourself in situations that will hurt you or derail you. Because the outer world, the external world, is sometimes can be tough and hard to navigate. And I feel that you will be able to do it with much grace now that you have all the worldly wisdom you have accrued. If you need any help, get your people on board, speak with them, get your support network aligned for you. And sometimes when we look into the past, we feel like, why did we even get into this? Sometimes we kind of beat ourselves up about it, but that's not what this energy is asking you to do. There's no need to beat yourself up. You're exactly where you need to be. The situations that we create or that we get drawn into are something that are meant to teach us either about ourselves or teach us something about our environment. So, you didn't do anything wrong. It was just that you are now not going to repeat it. So if you are feeling a little teary, I feel it's time to just wash away those tears. Just dry up your tears, Sagittarius, because the cosmos is working in your favor. They're sending you help, whether it's people or other resources that put you in this spot. Help is here for you. And whatever, you are going to move towards the shore, that change that you have decided to make is going to be really a value add to you. It's going to be a very important change for you. The water over here might be your, cry me a river, maybe those tears. You've teared up a lot, you've cried a lot, I feel that. And it's good to cry it out because it just releases emotional stress and the emotional heat that is pent up. Um, and I feel that, Sagittarius, you have not escaped this. You're not trying to escape it. You're trying, you do, feel the feels in order to heal. So you have done that. You've understood. You've not buried your emotions anywhere or distracted yourself with 100 things. You have understood why you feel in a certain type of way so that you're able to heal that part of it. So I feel that you need to take care of yourself here, Sagittarius. Basically out. Make some time for yourself. Enjoy the Zen and meditation spaces. If you make time for spiritual practices during the day, stay hydrated because water will wash away our emotions. It's a cleanses. It's a very cleansing agent. So drink water. Go. The walk by the water, it's very therapeutic. Further on, it says you are not lost. You are learning how deep your strength truly is. And the last card, Sagittarius, you have is a message from Cosmos. And it says, don't force things to happen when you want them to happen. Let things unfold when you and the world are ready for them. Be patient. Yeah, so don't force things because then it just causes hurt. It causes mood swings. And then, we kind of are thrown off kilter. And then, the sea of tears and all of that. So I feel some of you might be, waiting for things to happen. That might be causing the sadness. But I feel that, when you allow things to happen in the right timing, that means that you and for the people around you are ready for that situation. So I think you just need to be a little bit more patient, few more days, few more weeks, and things will align and work out for you. So Sagittarius, those were your messages. If you enjoyed the content, consider subscribing to the channel, hit the like button, and share this with fellow Sagittarians. Now moving on to the sign of Capricorn. So the first card you have, Capricorn, is the High Priestess. This is number 2. The number 2 is coming strong with this energy. Major Arcana. Look at this eagle that's flying up, and then there is an eagle which is below the High Priestess. The figure in the picture reminds me of the Statue of Liberty somehow. But anyways, this High Priestess is all about knowing things. Trusting your gut feeling. Even like knowing things, even though there's no data, there's no facts, nobody's saying it, but you can still sense it. Reading between the lines. Feeling the energy of the room, of the people. This is also a time to pause. To not, it's a calculated pause. It's a deliberate pause where you need to just take a moment, think things through, align connect the dots, be more aware, you get the data. So I feel that there is a lot of Saturn and Mercury energy with this card. So I do feel that you are, you know, you're paying attention to your gut feeling, and you're taking the responsible steps based on your gut and intuition. And when we sit in silence, when we take that moment out from our daily hustle bustle, we get a lot of answers. The High Priestess says, don't chase anything. Don't ask people for their opinions. Don't chase things. They will come to you. Sit in silence. You will get the answers. You will get the ideas. You will get the, whatever needs to happen. It's going to happen when you take that time off. Silence is also productive, Capricorn. And I know you guys are the mountain goats. You want to goal after goal. You want to just go plugging away and achieving your things. But I feel this is about to take a pause, to retreat for a bit, to be mindful of things, to be very responsible, to be strategic with your actions, with your energy, with your timing. Also trust your gut, before you do anything, like especially the investments. Sometimes when our gut speaks to us, we can avoid like that investment. So, your intuition might be wanting to say something to you. So pay attention to it. Get some time away from the noise so that you can listen to your own inner voice. So I feel that Capricorn, you are doing things, but you're doing it with a lot of instincts. Your instincts is kicking in, telling you what to do, what not to do, and you are listening to that. And that's going to be very beneficial for you because it's going to save you from some risk and, save you from some risk and outcomes that later on you will feel that you were glad you listened to your instincts because it was warning you, it was telling you something. Some of you, this could be dream space as well, like, daydreaming or writing your dreams and things like that. But this is also something that that you might be holding back from letting people know, whether about yourself or about a certain situation. And if this is about some inspiration that, you're getting some kind of intuitive hits, make sure you journal it down, you write it down, you pen it down somewhere because it comes in a flash and goes away. You want to remember what you had thought of. So make sure you write that down. Further, it says, your inner voice knows the path. Trust its quiet power. The next card you have, Capricorn, is the Kitsune number 2. That's coming through strong with this energy. Further, it says, I will show you whom to trust. So a lot of discernment energy with this Kitsune. It's a Japanese theme, so you might see some Japanese theme play out in your lives. There is a fox out here as well, and foxes are smart, clever. So trusting your intuition about your environment, about the people that you speak with. This is also protecting yourself, your energy, your time. I feel that you are going to have your spidey senses on. You'll be able to spot things that really fast. Which people have what kind of intentions, who's loyal, who's on your team, who's not, who's underhanded, who has any hidden agendas and all of that. Because, it's a fire spirit out here, golden, lot of fire energy coming through this. And fire is like the revealer of hidden information or truths. And you will have to immediately be wise enough on to how you will handle and tackle that situation. I'm also getting a lot of mercurial vibes with this. So Mercury, and Mercury is a fast-moving planet, but it also gives us the ability to think, to process things. The intelligent mind. So I feel that you will be, kind of guided. You will be guided towards situations, or you will be guided towards making those calls or decisions that are meant for you at this point in time. And that might be orchestrated by somebody who walks into your life, who will pay the kitsune to you. Kitsune are the guardians. They protect knowledge and secret practices and things like that. So I feel that somebody might walk into your life. This could be maybe a friend that you will meet, somebody while you're traveling, maybe a neighbor moves in, or you just meet up somebody in your neighborhood while you're walking or something like that, and they might say something, they might give in some information. And I feel that the information that's given to you is going to be accurate for the most part. That might shed some light on your situation that you are dealing with. Now, if now this person might even have some kind of a golden retriever dog or something, a pet that they're walking, or it's your neighbors. They might have a pet that looks like this golden retriever. But the kitsune is like absorbing things through the side of your eye as well, like the corner of your eye. You might see some movement, you might see somebody smile, you might see a twinkle in somebody's eye or something like that. So that's also something that kitsune picks up. So I do feel that you should not be trusting anybody blindly at this moment in time. It's the underlying current of this energy. Double check things. If you're signing on contracts, double check that. If you're, negotiating some business deals, check, double check on that, the valid vendors and all the terms and conditions, So, yeah, you can trust if they vibe well, if they're all good and nice, they're vibing with you, that's fine. You can trust the vibes. But then you also need to verify the facts. And also, I feel that there's going to be a lot of sudden movements, sudden actions that you might have to take. Or maybe the person, the kitsune that comes into your life will take on your behalf. Or maybe this is somebody that takes quick action, is very high alerted, somebody who just, does things like really fast moving and things like that. This is going to also be somebody who, might question you. Like a counselor, somebody might question you, ask you a lot of questions in regards to your life or your personal situation. Maybe it's a friend you meet who wants to know. So they might stretch you thin a little bit. You might get a little bit annoyed, but this person is here for your help, for your benefit. This person's gonna be with you. Maybe it's temporary, maybe it's permanent. Who knows? I mean, you can't tell for that detail, but this is somebody who's going to be of a value add. Somebody who's not gonna go behind your back. Somebody who is going to be your friend. Your trusted, maybe a trusted friend, your trusted pal. It's going to be loyal to you. There's loyalty vibes in this. So I feel that, keep an eye out on those people that, are kind of, they might act a little bit strange is also what I'm picking up on. They might be like, do weird things, weird gestures. Yeah, they're going to be very friendly to you, but there's very like a young, a mischievous energy with this kitsune. But they will protect you in ways that they can, which you would have never imagined. I mean, it's hard to tell how, but this is a protective energy for you. So, some of you now, if this is not a person, this might be a process as well, which you have to take to in order to validate the genuine authenticity. For example, if you're hiring a person, you might have to go through a lot of checks, to see if the person is valid and, has a clean history and things like that. So some of you might be in that energy to figure things out. A little bit of Sherlock Holmes kind of vibe is that kitsune. So I do feel that this, whatever energy is this person or this situation, will allow you to tell which is the honest person that you need to hire, which is dishonest, which is underhanded, and all of that. Also, you will be made aware of situations which are, honest or underhanded, or the deals which are transparent or which have a lot of flaws and layers and things like that. So this person is going to be your savior. This person is going to guide you to the right path. Yeah, so just be very, on the lookout for that. And I feel that you need to also watch out for how people are acting around you. They might not say things verbally, so try to read between the lines. You might have to observe them, observe how they're acting, behaving, their moods, and how they're saying things and all of that will tell you a lot about a situation. That itself, their behavior, their actions, things that are not spoken also might reveal things to you at this point in time. But then it says your intuition is your shield. Trust wisely. And the last card for today, Capricorn, you have is a message from the cosmos that says gratitude opens the door to all the good life has to offer. Be grateful for what you have, and you will receive more to be grateful for. So yeah, when the universe sends us messengers, kitsuns, and hints to save us from the negative, there's always a word of thanks and gratitude that we have, that we extend, and we should extend to the universe, thanking them for their, their care, their protection, their synchronicities, their way of notifying us, of putting us on the right path, of preventing us from disasters and wrong paths and wrong people. So a lot of gratitude, will open the door for you, Capricorn. So Capricorn, those were your messages. If you enjoyed the content, consider subscribing to the channel, hit the like, and share this with fellow Capricorns. Now moving on to the sign of Aquarius. So the first card for today, Aquarius, you have is the Seven of Cups. This is minor arcana. Cups is the water element, and you are the air element. So you're confused. Seven of Cups is confusion because there's lots going on. There's a lot of choices you have. There's multiple things in terms of career choices, or the lifestyle choices, or city choices, or vacation choices, or deal choices, or side hustle choices. Your imagination is running wild. You're the 11th house energy, collective Aquarian. You're for the people, by the people, right? It's the networking house. I feel that you're just confused, how to invest your time, which is the right place, what should you choose, and I feel do things that make you feel at ease and peace. Yeah, going after your passion is the right thing. Some of you might even be questioning that, like, should I go after my passions? Because it's not an easy job, right? So some of you might be debating, like, I'm fine where I am, I'm comfortable. Should I even take the next step towards my passions? So you could be in that confusion as well. Because this is the energy of Venus in Scorpio. Scorpio is the depth. So you definitely have a deep desire, maybe, of creating something, of learning something, of, maybe going tangent to where you are. But again, be mindful that there is a lot of illusion that plays out, especially with the Seven of Cups. In the traditional way, not every cup is filled with good stuff. There's only one cup that has the golden jewels. Here, there are two people that are standing on a cliff. They have the golden chalices around them. But look at the goal is pointing to the tree that is just rising above. It's an illusion. This doesn't exist in real time, but she wants that. She wants the flying tree. So you have to be mindful of what you're chasing after, what you're looking for. You need to look at the ground reality. See the truth behind the veil, behind the appearances, whether it's situations, people, careers, companies. You have to go one step, do your investigation, learn things, and then see what floats your boat and what will suit you. Because I feel you have a lot of ideas that might be too sparkly, but when you get into the details of it, when you zone in on one idea, you will see how complex it is, to create anything. It's uneasy. They say too many tabs, too many open tabs slows the system, and I feel that's what's happening for you. If your system is actually slowing down, you might want to close out some tabs for real, but otherwise, I feel that you might be thinking about newer careers. On the one side, you might be learning something, going to school, you might be also at work, and you might be doing a second job, multiple streams, multiple side gigs, and you're like confused, like, what am I doing? Something like that. So I do feel that live in the here and now, pace yourself out, don't chase trends, don't chase shiny things. Some of you might be exploring different real estate, even different property before you buy them. Some of you might be choosing between the different deals. Today, even if you have to buy a phone, there's so many options available and there's so much confusion. I see there is decision fatigue happening to people all the time because every single thing from a blender to a sofa, to a car, to a phone is full of choices. And there is so much overload of information, advertisements, all of that. And, it kind of gets us stirred up. We want to learn more about the different products, get the feedback, see the reviews, and it's not easy to figure out any product these days. So, we're all kind of run into an indecision. In the back days, there were lesser choices, lesser indecision. Now, there's more like, okay, let me just wait it out. Maybe something else will come. Maybe some deal will come. Maybe this, that, and the third. So a lot of decision fatigue. Sometimes there's a lot of indecision that happens because of the choices. So I feel that, take your time, explore your options. I would say if there is something like you're drawn to two paths which are extremes, and try to find the middle ground. Try to find a middle path is what I'm trying to say. Like if you want to move to a city, or you want to move to countryside, or you want to also the hustle and bustle of a city life, then go to a place where it's a midtown city, something like that. So find that middle path, because you might make the mistake of, going after your passions or things that are shiny, glittery, exciting. That might not work out as well as you had thought. So further it says your dreams are many, your power is choosing wisely. The next card you have, Aquarius, is pose brave flight, and it says you will not let fear stop you this time. Number 26 to 2, 6, and 8 are coming through strong with this energy. So yeah, events are messengers from the divine, and there are wise messages that come, smart messages that will actively guide you, push you towards the destiny. You're this time for bigger, greater things here, Aquarius. I feel that you are just being fearful about something, but with this brief light energy, I feel that you will be ready now, to act on either. You will either pick one idea that, cause that 7 of Cups confusion, and then you'll just go for it. Because this is like fearless forward movement. I feel that a message might come through to you like suddenly, and you are like not knowing what to do. Should I do it? Should I not? And things like that. You can consult people. If you have your trusted inner circle, you can discuss that. And it's I feel that it's going to be totally up to you. But with this brave flight here, Aquarius, I feel that you will take the plunge on it. You will go forward. Just don't be reckless and careless with your moves and your plans. Have a plan B. Especially if you're going after those, there's digital currencies and cryptos and all of that. So if that's what's, your thing, you just do a little bit more research on that. But it could be something which is like a little bored. Maybe something you have not done before. Maybe it involves certain calculated risks that you might need to take, So it might be that. Maybe it's a startup that you're trying to create, some gig that you have no idea about, something that is completely out of your comfort zone or out of the norm for you. Because there are going to be, the whole path is not visible to you. There are going to be uncertainties. There are going to be some chances that you might have to take. But if you're willing to take that, of course, with the support system, with the plan B, with the resources and all of that, I feel that you'll be able to make it far and make it big. I feel right now you're more in a comfort zone, and that's kind of sucking the life out of you, should I say that? Or, keeping things a little bit mundane for you right now. But this opportunity, if you should choose to take the chance, if you do, he put you on a nice adventurous path. You might have to travel a little bit for that as well. You might have to explore, research, maybe a place, maybe do a lot of research and the resources, how to align them and things like that. So this also will help you to step outside your comfort zone and to overcome your fears. This is also something which is sent by the universe for you to overcome a certain type of fear, whether it's a fear of speaking, traveling, starting new ventures or something like that. So I feel that you will be guided by people, by their messages. Maybe somebody will send you a message for an opportunity. But I do feel that you will end up taking some calculated risk. And when it comes to risk, we do that on a daily basis. It doesn't have to be like a big risk of investing too much money or buying crypto or something like that. Even when we're buying a house, the first-time house, if you buy, it's a risk because we don't know how it's going to turn out. What are going to be the pros and cons of the place, the neighbors? How is the house going to hold up? And what are the things that we missed out on? What are the flaws and things like that? It's a risk we take. So I feel this is a similar kind of risk. Even when you're going for a haircut, it's a risk because you never know how short that person might cut the hair and how you're going to look after that. I consider that a risk too. So, I feel that you will be taking this risk if it's about, making some pivotal career changes. I feel that you will, be ready to apply for those positions, those companies, or even escalating your company. Maybe you're stepping into leadership position, then you are afraid of that, afraid of leading teams. Maybe now you'll overcome the fear. You're like, okay, give me a chance and I'll take it. That could be it for some of you. But it's like overcoming and doing the things that scare you. That's that energy so that you're able to overcome the fear. Okay, now will just lie beyond fear, your future waits in the sky. And the last card for today, Aquarius, you have is a message from Cosmos, and it says, stand in front of a mirror and say to yourself, I'm worthy of all the good things I dream about. Yeah, with the fly and travel, I feel some of you might be learning how to fly planes or pursuing a career in some kind of, air, maybe aircraft flying or something related to aircrafts or travel. But yeah, you're worthy of all the good things. There's no second thought about it. There's no second doubt about it. I feel that you are ready now to pursue your dreams. It could be that, some fears, maybe it's the pressure from family, friends, or your situation in general might not be allowing you to take those risks. But now I feel that you're going to muster up the courage and you're going to take that calculated risk anyways. So Aquarius, those were your messages. If you like the content, consider subscribing to the channel, hit the like button, and share the messages with fellow Aquarians. Now moving on to the sign of Pisces. So the first card for today you have Pisces is the Temperance. This is Major Arcana. Temperance is finding the middle ground, combining two things. It's related to the Sagittarian energy of 9th house, higher purpose, higher principles. This is spiritual elevation, balancing your life, creating that inner peace and harmony, doing things in the real world which actually aligns with your highest purpose on earth. This is also an energy of not burning yourself out, not burning the midnight lamp. So it's like taking the middle ground, finding space to incorporate spiritual practices. This is, luck and changes for the better. So you align yourself, you align your actions, your day-to-day things in order to rise, to create something more meaningful. I would say it's like balancing out two things. Like, for example, if you're drinking juice all day long, you can balance it out with like a little bit of a dessert, right? So that kind of a thing. So this angel with this person over here who's sitting on this tree trunk is combining water and fire. And that creates steam. Steam is a gentle force. It's not as strong as water. And it can be seen. It's not invisible like the air. So it's light, it moves up, it's, going up, elevation, spiritual elevation, aligning yourself, going with the flow, and finding the middle ground, like not going the extremes. Yeah, so I feel like, especially, when it comes to people that we interact with, you don't have to undergive or overgive, find the middle path. Because, like they say, balance beats the burnout. So that's the whole point, balancing your work and work life and professional life and personal life. Balancing your mind, body, heart, and soul. Eating well, going out for walks. Also spiritual practices. Also then you work and then you do your pastimes or your hobbies, whatever that is, Some of you might be into incorporating spiritual practices in your day-to-day, maybe something like yoga, or you're all about eating healthy and nutrition and all of that. Now, this is also about finding peace in the far away from the hustle. So some of you might be you moving a little bit away from the city, or you're doing things in a more economical, like eco-savvy, environment friendly, or mixing up things. Like, today, like we have, like, especially in the clothing line, we have the athleisure trend. So you might be taking to something like that. It's middle ground to, comfort and fashion and all of that. So you might be even multitasking, I feel, but in the sense that, combining two things. I don't know. It could be that you're combining your creativity and your office project, and you're bringing that creativity into your office project, creating something unique. Something like that. You could be a doctor that also has a podcast. So you are a content creator and you're a doctor. So you're using two things. It's just an extension of your profession. So something like that, combining two things, it's like, see, alchemy, temperance was known as like, kind of an alchemy where lead is turned into gold. That's how it is shown in the traditional Rider-Waite. This can also be, where your yin and yang is being balanced out. Your heart and mind, your heart and your mind is balanced out. That they both are in harmony. They're both doing, deciding on the same thing. They're both on the same page. It could be for some of you as well, like keeping the balance, a state of mind, heart, spiritual balance, day-to-day balance, combining two things, making a third beautiful thing out of it. Further, it says, and you blend heart and wisdom, miracles flow naturally. The next card you have, Pisces, is the fairy ring. It further says new skills, advanced training, rapid improvements. Number 37, so 3, 7, and 10 are coming too strong with this energy. I feel you're learning new things. As it says, there is a camp out here. There are gymnasts and, people with different skills out here, fairies with different skills, and they're all learning a thing or two from each other. It's a learning camp. Some of you might be joining some kind of camps to upskill, or maybe just take an online course or say go back to school, whatever it is. And I think you're going to upgrade to next level. If this is in regards to where you're working, you're trying to up level in your corporate job or in your place of work, you might be doing that, or learning new skills, to start a business or a side gig out of it. And upskilling is always a great idea because things keep changing. Things keep changing a lot, and it's good for us to catch up with everything that's new day and age, so that we're able to apply that and monetize it, whatever needs to be done. So I do feel that this is something that, you will love and you will enjoy doing. Maybe you've been looking forward to this, maybe even exploring the different courses that are available for you. Now, this could be in regards to spirituality also, because you are 12th house energy Pisces. So some of you could be learning some kind of yogic practices or spiritual practices and things like that. But it also could be environmental things. You could be working with the environment. There's a lot of rabbits and animal figures out here. So some of you could be working with the environment in regards to trees or animals, something like that. Or it could also be in regards to your finances. Maybe you're learning something about financial investments, portfolios, and all of that. But whatever you are learning, I feel that you will be able to master this skill. And I feel that the day you master it or the day you learn it, you'll be able to apply it in your life on a day-to-day basis, and you'll see the changes. With all of this upskilling, you'll see how much value add it is in your life. So don't shy away from putting in the hard work, go for it, do the training, do the learning, take the tests, and you'll be really proud of it when you come out on the other side after the tests or certifications, whatever that is for you, you'll be really proud of the effort you put in. And I feel that this is something that you might even pass on down to other people. You might mentor other people in regards to this as well, because it's going to be really a kind of a life skill or something really important that adds value in our day-to-day. Further on, it says your skills are awakening. Step into your next level. Yeah, so you will need to put in the work, practice it out, master this, but make sure that you're doing it one thing at a time. If you're interested in multiple areas, multiple subjects, make sure that you finish one that you start. It's like master of jack of all and master of none. Don't do that in this case. In some cases, it's good to be jack of all, but here, I think this energy is encouraging you to be master of one. And I feel that I'm getting a Hall of Fame energy, so I feel that something that you might upskill might also put you in spotlight or in the Hall of Fame. Some of you could be into martial arts. I'm also getting a Kung Fu Panda vibe. So some of you could be retraining for martial arts for defense. But whatever you're doing, it's going to boost you up. It's going to boost your morale, boost your confidence, boost your visibility. And I feel that you will be more disciplined. It will create more discipline in your life, whether it's financial discipline, whether it's regular discipline. To create. Maybe it's something you're learning how to cook, and you master cooking. You become a head chef or something like that, and that kind of helps you make meals at home frequently. So it could be in any way. It could be any scale. But I feel that it's going to happen like really fast, and you're going to be able to compete it also really fast. And when you are done with that, it's going to be your biggest gift for now. And the last card for today, Pisces, you have is a message from Cosmos, and it says, miracles happen all the time. Open your mind to miracles, and you will start experiencing miraculous coincidences in your life. So the universe is backing you. It's taking you forward. It's going to guide you through synchronicities. It's going to speak with you. Just don't brush those signs, whether it's messages or whether it's repeating numbers, whether it's songs or anything around you that you feel is divinely orchestrated. Somebody might just come and drop a word or two, give you a message, send you a text, that opens gateways. Or, kind of creates miracles and situations that are no less than magic and miracle to you. So the more you believe it, because you have the fairy ring. Fairies are all about creating magic. So your fairies are at work for you here, Pisces. So believe in magic. So Pisces, those were your messages. If you enjoyed the content, consider subscribing to the channel, hit the like, and share these messages with fellow Pisces. So thank you guys for joining. Please subscribe and hit the like if you enjoyed the content, and I will see you in the next one. Take care, guys. Bye for now.